Ladies and gentlemen, we may have just said goodbye to the final talent, the two final talent brought back by Triple H ever since he took over WWE in 2022. Let's talk about it right here in Alyx's World. Hello all and welcome to Alyx's World and Safe Space, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I'm your host Alyx, just Alyx, and this is your WWE Monday Night Raw discussion review. Let's talk about it, but most importantly, let's talk about Karrion Kross and Scarlett. As of right now, because I don't know if this is permanent, for all we know, we could wake up a week or two from now and we'll see Karrion Kross and Scarlett back on our television sets. But as of right now, on August 11th, 2025, Karrion Kross and Scarlett are no longer with WWE. Their contracts expired, I think yesterday, August 10th. They didn't resign. Doesn't seem like they're going to. Matter of fact, I think Karrion Kross released his documentary today. It was either yesterday or today, where he essentially said, my contract is up. It was a 1-hour documentary, essentially venting about his frustrations with the company, about him not being utilized properly, but also showing how loved and adored he is. How people see through the television character and see him for who he is, the talent that he is. Basically saying, WWE doesn't appreciate me, and honestly, it's better that I leave. Now, before I get into what I have to say, and I'll go into more depth when it comes to this subject after the shout-out portion, but I understand that at any time, all of this could change. For all we know, Triple H can give Karrion Kross and Scarlett a call. Boom, they're back in the company. This could be yet another R-Truth situation, where every single week, we want Kross, we want Kross, we want Kross, and then they're forced to bring him back. Now, I didn't really hear any we want Kross chants in Quebec. So maybe the backlash won't be as big as it was with R-Truth, Ron Killings, where it was like, what the fuck? Are you serious? Now, I'll be honest with you, Karrion Kross is not R-Truth. Karrion Kross, although was a top merch sale over the last month or so, he sold nowhere near the amount of merch that R-Truth sold. Karrion Kross leaving WWE isn't going to hurt as much as an R-Truth would have. Although, if we're being honest with ourselves, they brought R-Truth back. What are they doing with them? What are they doing with them? They were going to go in a much more serious direction with them, and then they pulled back on it. They reneged on it as soon as John Cena went back to being a babyface. So now you have to wonder, what was the point of any of this stuff? But I'm getting off topic. Karrion Kross. While I understand he could come back, there is a side of me that's wondering, should he come back? Because one of the things I noticed about this documentary, this guy is intelligent. Just when you think this man couldn't surprise you, creatively speaking, he might be one of the most creative minds I've had the opportunity to sit back and watch. And you're listening to him talk, and you're listening to him say all these things and reveal these aspects about his career. It's hard for you to believe that they would let him go. I'm like, are you serious? People love him this much. He loves the business this much. He even said this, went to WWE first to negotiate his contract back in January. So his contract expired yesterday. He went to go talk to Triple H or whoever's in charge of contracts. He went to them in January. And they didn't give him what he wanted. They didn't think he was all that important. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. So, if I'm being honest with you, yes, it could still happen. I don't think it is. I don't think he's coming back. I have this feeling in my gut that he's out. He's out. With R-Truth, when they first released him, I was like, I don't know, y'all. I think this one's done. But then after so many weeks of we want truth, we want truth, we want truth, right? It was hard to ignore. They had to bring him back. They genuinely were forced to bring him back. And I'm glad they did. That was the right decision to make. Now, with Karrion Kross, yes, you're still getting We Want Kross chants. But when the fans chanted We Want Kross at Triple H, he responded with, yeah, we want Brock too. We want Brock. I think that was his way of saying, he ain't coming back, y'all. He's done. They don't see the value in Karrion Kross. And the sad part about the release of Karrion Kross and Scarlett, I mentioned it, I hinted at it when I opened up. These two were the first people that Triple H brought back when he took over in 2022. And all those people they brought back, oh my goodness, the list of Dakota Kais and Valhallas and AOPs, right? All those people he brought back, they've all been released. Shotzi Blackheart. Every single name from Top Dollar, Not Nada, Ashante the Adonis. Every single name he brought back, gone. All of them. That's crazy. And I'm serious. There has to be a list. I gotta go look up this list. I'm pretty sure if I search it, I could find the list. But yeah, every single person that Triple H has brought back since 2022 has been released. Now that Karrion Kross is gone, that's it. That's insane. I don't know. Something happened. Something's different, man. I get that Triple H is adapting to his position now. I also think that he's realizing that some of these talent, and I'll even be honest with you, not all of them, but a lot of the talent he brought back should not have been brought back. I'm just saying. But Karrion Kross is someone, when they brought him back, he adapted immediately. He adapted to the main roster. And the fans got to see him adapt. The problem is Triple H didn't see it. Triple H isn't seeing the value. Because Triple H sees him one way. He doesn't see him how we see him. And I think that's telling of where Triple H is now. Because I used to think Triple H had his finger on the pulse. And maybe that was the case 1 year, 2 years, maybe even a year ago, right? Now I kind of feel like Triple H feels like he knows more than us. He's kind of falling into that Vince McMahon mindset where it's like, I know what they want more than they want. I know what they want more than they think they want. Right? That's what it kind of feels like. Because I can guarantee you, Triple H from a year ago would have signed him immediately. Oh, you want Kross? Boom. 5 more years. Without even thinking about it. But I don't think he sees all that much value in him. And that's sad. That's sad. It bothers me now that someone like a Karrion Kross, who genuinely loves this business, as creative as he is, who was willing to do anything. He was a team player. Whatever you wanted him to do, he was there for you. And I think this is a great lesson for not just us as fans, but wrestlers, period. Being a team player gets you nowhere. It doesn't guarantee you a spot on the roster. Look at R-Truth. Remember, they were going to get rid of R-Truth. Until the fans said, no, bring his ass back. Got him an extra year. You don't think they're going to get rid of him again next year? When fans had basically forgotten all about him? What has R-Truth done since he came back? Nah, man, like, Triple H has his own group of dudes that he wants and feels should be on top. And I think it's gotten to the point with him where he stopped listening to what the fans want. He stopped listening to certain sections, certain aspects of the fans. Right? That's what it feels like. Creatively speaking, I have no idea what's been going on. I don't know what happened after John Cena turned heel, but WWE's creative direction has not been on point at all. At all. I've been questioning half of the things they've been doing. At least half of them. Has it all been bad? No. But there were too many moments throughout the year where I'm like, why did you do that? What was the point of that? The John Cena heel turn being one of them. That was one of those situations when I'm like, was there a long-term plan with this? Was there a long-term plan with R-Truth being released and then brought back? I don't know, man. I don't know. I just feel bad for Karrion Kross. And don't sit there and tell me that he isn't worth the money, that he wasn't a big star. His loss is not going to hurt the company. They'll be able to move on without him. That ain't the point. That's not the point. The point that I'm getting at with Karrion Kross is that they never maximized his full potential. They never did. They didn't see it in him. And that's the sad part. They never saw the potential in him. And now this guy is going to go to, I don't know, whether it's TNA, whether it's AEW, wherever company he goes to, he might start his own company. If you saw that documentary, this guy is super creative. He might start his own company. As smart as he is, I would think they would keep him on purpose out of sheer principle because of how much he loves WWE and because of how smart he is. You don't want someone like that going to AEW. Tony Khan picks him up, that's his head writer. Man, if Tony Khan picks up Killer Kross, that should be his head writer right there. He could do it all. Great talker, knew how to play a character, knew how to work a storyline, and he wasn't bad inside the ring. No, he's not Kurt Angle. No, he's not Chris Benoit. But he's had his share of good matches. He has. But there is a side of me that's happy he did leave. And again, we'll go in more depth with what the documentary said and certain things that could have led to him being let go and not being brought back. But also, the possibility that he could come back. We'll get into that more. But man, like, I just personally feel like when it comes to Karrion Kross, when it comes to his whole run, they brought him in like a monster. They brought him in like a Goldberg type character in NXT, moved him up to the main roster, turned him into the Shredder, had Jeff Hardy beat him in like, 5 seconds or something? Killed his career. Then they shipped him off. And when they brought him back, it felt like they were going to push him to be a main event player alongside Roman Reigns, and we all bought it. Right? We all bought it. We're just looking at him being set up alongside these main event players with Drew McIntyre, with Roman, and we're like, there it is. This is going to be awesome. And he never touched Roman. He never touched Roman. I cannot believe they had him return to face off with Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns, and he never got one match with Roman Reigns. That's not on him. If he would have gotten that feud with Roman, right? And it didn't work out. It didn't pan off. It didn't pan out, and he just didn't connect. It was boring. All right, we tried it. It flopped. Get rid of him, right? Karrion Kross was getting over. And his feud with Sami Zayn, the fans were chanting, "We want Kross." He connected. He connected. That's what matters. Paul Heyman went on Ariel Helwani's podcast and told him to his face, Karrion Kross's rise is mirroring the rise of Stone Cold Steve Austin. I'm sorry, what? I'm not making that up. I'm not making that up, ladies and gentlemen. Paul Heyman looked us dead in our faces and told us Karrion Kross's rise mirrors the rise of Stone Cold Steve Austin. So why'd you let him go? See, statements like that make me think he might not be released. They might bring him back. Right? But you have to wonder, though, if they did bring him back, would it work out? Look at our truth. Would it work out for Karrion? Would he get that main event push? Would he be treated as someone that could fight a Seth Rollins, as someone that could fight a Jey Uso, a Roman Reigns, a Cody Rhodes, a Drew McIntyre, a CM Punk, a Sami Zayn as a main event player, a Braun Breaker as a main event player? Because if the answer to that question is no, what are we doing?
HHH Booking 101. Have an awesome segment debuting a new character and never follow up on it. R-Truth, New Day, Wyatt 6 and to an extent Kross.
That's crazy to me. And you're absolutely right. Again, something's off about the creative. The New Day is the worst situation. What happened to the New Day makes no sense. Think about how much heat the New Day had after that segment with Big E. They never capitalized on it. The John Cena heel turn, never capitalized on it. Something's off, man. Something's off. I don't know what it is. But Triple H has been slipping. He's been slipping, and we all know about it. Bring R-Truth back. All that momentum. Have him cut his hair just to turn him back into a goofball babyface. Long-term booking? What's going on here? I don't know, man. It don't fit right with me. It doesn't sit right with me at all. So we'll get more into that. We'll also talk about WWE Unreal. Honestly, can I just be honest with you? I don't even need to do a full review. I'm going to be real with you. I thought it was one of those things where, did I enjoy it? Yes. That was such a staged, clearly scripted, how do I put this? I don't want to say fake. Fake, I don't like using the word fake when it comes to wrestling. I'll say it like this. If you guys think that what they showed you on Netflix is how they get things done, no. I don't even trust the real card they had for WrestleMania. I think that was scripted too. I think Unreal is another layer of kayfabe. It's just another layer of kayfabe for me. Here's what gave it away. On the third episode, when they were talking about Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton's segment, their feud, Triple H's response was, well, Tiffany needs to go apologize to Charlotte. Huh? Charlotte told Tiffany, is that why Kaiser's in my DMs? And then Tiffany said, aren't you 0-3 outside the ring? Hey, Tiffany, go apologize to Charlotte. No. I don't buy that. I do not buy that. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
It would be absolutely amazing if next week Roman returns by spearing Bronson Reed while barefoot.
He ain't got no more shoes because he stole all his shoes. The Shoe-a-Fala. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Might be a little too ridiculous for me. Anyways, yeah, clearly Unreal it's another layer of scripted television. There's no way in hell. What was the other one? What was the other thing that made me go, So, and we talked about this with Steven Sandridge after our preview of SummerSlam. I think what WWE is doing is they're building a new layer of kayfabe, right? So everyone assumes if it happens outside of the ring, it's real, right? And I think Triple H is now building another wall around the wrestling business because a lot of it's been exposed. Too much of it has been exposed. And now you got wrestling news entities like PW Insider, Dave Meltzer's Wrestling Observer Live, Fightful Select, and many others exposing the business. And you know Triple H hates that. You know Triple H hates Fightful Select. He hates PW Insider. He hates Dave Meltzer. He hates them all. He hates anything that would expose the business because he's old school. And so anything that would create a wall around that, you know he's going to go for it. Unreal is just another layer of kayfabe. It's just another layer of kayfabe. I don't think anything we saw in that was real. I think that's just another version of scripted television. I think it is. Because I love how on the last episode, they were all so proud of Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. Oh my God, that was amazing. Oh, that was a great main event. One of the best main events. Did they not see the backlash that match got for The Rock not showing up? Not once did they mention The Rock not showing up. And if we get to season 2, I'm going to call bullshit if we get to season 2 and they don't talk about The Rock not showing up. I will be furious. Because you already know they're going to talk about Seth Rollins and his injury being fake. You already know that part's going to be in there. Looking forward to that. They're going to talk about Bayley missing out at WrestleMania and SummerSlam. You know she's going to be a part of the next one as well.
Kross ain't been right ever since he jobbed to Jeff Hardy.
He never recovered from that. He never did. No, I just think the whole thing was entertaining. But there's no way all of that was real. No. Charlotte Flair and Tiffany did not just go, oh, I'm sorry, and that was the end of it. Hell nah. They don't like each other. You know, good and hell well, Tiffany and Charlotte don't like each other right now. And they shouldn't. I don't buy a single thing I saw on Unreal. That shit was scripted like a mofo. And I appreciate the second layer of scripted television. But hell no. Ain't no way in hell you gonna convince me any of that was real. Please. But I am looking forward to season 2. I want to see what they do with the Seth Rollins story. I gotta see how they explain themselves when it comes to the John Cena heel turn and The Rock not showing up. They better not bullshit us on that. What's been going on with Jade Cargill? You know they gotta explain that because she didn't win at SummerSlam. And whatever else they add in there. So, when it comes to Monday Night Raw, I'm gonna be honest with you. I see people saying that the show was good. The in-ring wrestling was good. The in-ring performances were honestly, great. I thought Iyo Sky versus Roxanne Perez was a great match. That match was, again, Iyo Sky's one of the best wrestlers in the world, period. So, no surprise that match was great. Roxanne is also one of the best talent they have when it comes to the in-ring aspect. And then after the match, after Asuka and Kairi Sane inadvertently cost Iyo Sky, Asuka shoves Iyo Sky, and Iyo Sky rightfully so was like, bitch, what the fuck? Right? So there's trouble in paradise. There, looking forward to seeing where that goes. That's interesting. Rhea Ripley's warming up to Iyo Sky. Although I'm thinking Rhea's pretending to be her friend, but she's just waiting for the right time to strike, so she can get that win over her. The vignette with Bayley? Oh, I love it. Listen, when Bayley was pouring her heart out and they're telling the right story with her, it's so good. Because she was the role model. She's that personality that's first one to arrive, last one to leave, shaking everybody's hand, being there for everyone. Way to get her. Nothing. She missed WrestleMania. She missed SummerSlam. And then it ends with her, like, trying to calm herself down. And then cut to black. You hear, like, this Joker laugh that she used to do as a heel. And then, like, it was, I don't know, it was, like, distorted. I heard that. I said, ooh, that crash out's gonna be nice. I'm gonna tell you something right now, WWE. Come to the forefront. Come to the forefront right now. We're not gonna boo Bayley. We're not gonna boo Bayley. You're gonna turn her heel. You can see that they want to turn her heel. I love this. Turn her heel. She's not turning heel. The crash out's gonna be a straight up mega babyface turn. I'm gonna be there for it. And I'm gonna cackle when she starts whipping Lyra Valkyria's ass. Triple H, I'm gonna need you to let it go. Fans are not going to get behind Lyra. They're not going to. Lyra does not have the charisma. As a babyface, she doesn't. Maybe when you turn her heel, she'll find it. But if the plan, because it looks like the plan, is to turn Bayley heel, Bayley has way too much sympathy. You took her off WrestleMania, you took her off SummerSlam. And now we're supposed to hate her? Why? Because she attacked your girl? Lyra is good inside the ring. No question. Ain't no way I'm cheering on Lyra if she fights Bayley.
Lyra really needs to work on her promo skills a bit, cause when she was asked on her response to Bayley, it kinda looked like she's forgot most of her lines.
Lyra always sounds like she forgets her lines. Because she sucks at promos. She sucks at being a character. What is her character? Exactly. She goes, caw. She goes, woo. That's her character. She has none. I can't even define her character. Bayley has a multitude of characters from over the past decade combined into one. From the hugger to the role model. It's kind of a mixture, a homage of all those gimmicks. And now she's about to do a new one. And I can't wait. The crash out's going to be a massive babyface turn. I ain't booing Bayley. And if they're expecting fans to boo her, then Triple H is more out of touch than I thought. You know they want fans to get behind Lyra so fucking hard. You know they want her to get behind Lyra. It ain't working. It's not working. I'm telling you right now, if you try to push Bayley as a heel, it's not going to get over the way you think it is. Fans are going to get behind Bayley. That crash out's going to be amazing, and you're setting up Lyra to be booed. Matter of fact, that same promo that Dayton was talking about, when she was talking about, I don't know why she feels that way. It's not my fault. She sounded so disingenuous. Honestly, she's more unlikable than Bayley is. I can't wait for the crash out. I can't wait for it. Someone said she's a bird. She's a bird. She's a plane. Someone said bird noises. Tweet, tweet. Caca. That's her gimmick. That's her character. I can't wait for Bayley to crash out. I'm there. And yeah, clearly we're gonna see how things adapt. They could always pull a 180, call an audible, and just have Bayley go babyface and have Lyra go heel, which is what they should be doing. But Lyra is Cole's girlfriend from Martin. She said, "Oh no," JJ Bulldog said, "She from Sesame Street." She a Sesame Street character? That's hilarious. That's great. But yeah, outside of that, I mean, Raw was alright. Again, I just... The wrestling is good, yes, but there's not a lot happening storyline-wise. You can just tell they're just going through the motions, and we're getting small doses of storyline work here and there. Triple H is still booking these episodes like NXT. Right? Where once a week, he'll hyper-focus on one story, and then everything else will just be filler. So this week, he hyper-focused on Iyo Sky and the breakup between her, Asuka, and the Kabuki Warriors. And then Bayley. Again, fine. We're going to need a little bit more than that.
If Bayley turns heel, the crowd reaction may even rival Naomi's popularity as a heel.
Triple H. So, you nailed it. I think Triple H has an idea of certain wrestlers' potentials. For example, Lyra and Jade Cargill have massive potential, enormous untapped potential to be megastars. Both of them do. He's seeing the potential, but he's not seeing where they are now, right? And so he sees Bayley and Naomi not as the stars that people care about now, but as vehicles to get these two to that level. When in reality, no one cares about the potential. Jade Cargill has potential. Great. She needs to work on that. She needs to get there. Pushed her way too hard. Guess what happened? No one got behind her. Had to pull back on the push. Same thing with Lyra Valkyria. Pushed her way too hard. And it still feels like they want to push her. And I'm like, don't do it. Nah, you got to turn her heel. You got to turn Lyra heel. Turn her heel. Let her build the character. Let her get some character work under her feet. Then push her hard. Right? Because Bayley's going to kill this. Whatever crash out gimmick that you give her, I promise you, fans are not going to boo her. I promise you. It's going to be one of the most popular things in the show. Watch. And of course, CM Punk and LA Knight took on the Bronze in the main event. Seth Rollins interfered, as we all saw that coming. And then at the next pay-per-view, which is Clash in Paris, it's going to be a fatal four-way. It's going to be Seth freaking Rollins taking on, with everybody saying, LA Knight, yeah, taking on Bullies. One word, yeet. Main event, Jey Uso against the best in the world, CM Punk. Fatal four-way. That's a hell of a match. In Paris? Oh, that crowd's gonna eat that up. Ooh, that crowd's gonna be nasty. Nasty. So we're gonna get John Cena, Logan Paul, Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre. This fatal four-way, I'm assuming, because we're gonna do Naomi and Stephanie Baker. So I'm assuming Tiffany Stratton's going to be defending her belt against... Who is she going to be defending her belt? Is it a rematch against Jade? Well, no. That doesn't feel like what they're going to do. Are we going to do a tag team championship match? Maybe Kabuki Warriors versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss? I don't... We're going to figure it out, because I don't see Charlotte and Alexa holding those belts forever. They're going to lose them eventually, because we got to get Charlotte and Alexa. We got to get that. We'll have to see. They better hurry up, because the pay-per-view is... Isn't it 2 weeks? Is it 2 weeks from Saturday? It's 2 weeks from Saturday. So they come on. Pick it up. Pick it up. So, all right, let's go ahead and move things along, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much for being here. You could be anywhere here in the YouTube space you chose me. Before we move along, big shout out to Ultra Shadow 97. Ultra Shadow 97, ladies and gentlemen, is celebrating a birthday today. This man is old. You are old, sir. Jesus Christ. Why are you so old? There's greatness in your beard. I'm just saying. Okay, I don't know how old he is. Did you tell us how old you are? Okay, I gotta go back through all this. Ultra Shadow, tell me how old you are. There it is, 28. Damn, you're old. About to be an old man. Happy birthday, Ultra Shadow. Happy birthday.
What does Roman do?
Guess he has to come back and get his shoes back. I guess that's what he's doing. Coming back to get his shoes back. Anyways, all right, let's move it along, guys. We gotta do some house cleaning. I gotta plug the partnership, and then of course we're gonna show a little love to the live chat. We'll get back into Karrion Kross. We'll get back into Scarlett, and then we'll talk about Raw. Then I'm a split. Sounds good? Awesome. If this is the first time you're watching me, do me a solid favor. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Wow, your edit help expand the brand by doing the following things. Join the membership, click that join button, and get the opportunity to request a video of your choosing, whether it's a live reaction, a hot topic, or a review, past, present, or future. Also, don't forget to give thanks. Hit that super banks. Hit that super banks. Hit that super thanks. Super banks. Super banks. Hit that super thanks. If you would like to donate after the fact, you can. Also, like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter at Just Alex Central. Give me a follow on Instagram. Give me a follow on Spotify. Give me a follow on Cameo. Give me a follow on Threads. Follow us on Discord. Follow me on Blue Sky, where the skies are clearer. And give me a follow on TikTok, for I am the chickest of the talkers. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, Venmo, and yes, Super Chats are officially on you. You can donate at any point in time during the broadcast. To get your thoughts played live on the air, email me at justalexsworld@gmail.com for business inquiries, just to say hi. Get yourself a t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees and Teespring. Are you a Just Alex guy? Then join the club. Get you an I'm a Just Alex guy t-shirt. Where can you get it? Where can you get it? Hot off the press. Also, get you an old school The Last Man t-shirt. Get you a new school Alex's World t-shirt. And another super chat by Danger.
Is it me or did they scrap the Dom versus Finn match that should have happened at SummerSlam?
I think they scrapped it because Liv got hurt. Liv got hurt. I think the plan was to break up the Judgment Day, which they desperately need to do. Jesus Christ. And they had to push it back to later. But you get the idea. Many more Jesus lines coming your way, so stay tuned. Join the cause despite the today right here and Alex's World. Thank you to the lovely people over at Dokkio for partnering with me on this lovely broadcast. How's about we get a quick word from them before we get to some shot. This broadcast is partnered by Dokkio. Look, I won't lie to you. I suck at staying organized. I've made so many thumbnails and scripts that I can't even tell you where half of them are anymore. And the worst part, I always realize I need them right in the middle of creating or editing something. I've literally had to recreate entire files from scratch because it was faster than finding the original. And that's where Dokkio comes in. Dokkio is basically an AI personal assistant that finds and collects all your files across multiple platforms, whether it's Google Drive, Dropbox, Gmail, OneDrive, you name it, and it gives you one clean, organized workspace. It doesn't just show you where your files are, it understands what they are and organizes them accordingly. In my case, it's good to have something that organizes my thumbnails, in case I need to go back to reuse them for future broadcasts. So if your digital life is a hot mess like mine, do yourself a favor. Go to trydokkio.com/Alyx. Once you see how fast and easy it is to find your stuff, you won't want to go back. So don't wait. Sign up for Dokkio and get organized today. Thank you all so much for joining me. Please show your love to the Mod Squad. Happy birthday to Ultra Sean 97, and then of course Firestar Heart, who's a daddy. Firestar Heart is a daddy with also the lovely Angel Hollenbeck. Angel's also here. Hey Angel, I got a question, Miss Angel. Would you like to be a moderator? Miss Hollenbeck, Dark Angel, would you like to be a mod? I gotta have the family here. Come on now. Dark Angel, Firestar Heart. Fits right. Let me know. Firestar Heart, Alyx, DB, New Japan Pro Wrestling. Leo does everything. Everything. Huh? Wait, Dylan. Danger. Teflon Don, the Mod Father. Zeno, Enigma. And of course, Big MGM. They all help keep this a safe space for wrestling fans like you and like us. Please be sure you like the video, because the more you like the video, the more opportunities I will be given to be recommended here on YouTube. So boost that algorithm by hitting that like button. Ladies and gentlemen, I see him in the live chat. We gotta show love to royalty. You know, when they walk into the room, you gotta sit back and you gotta bow down. So, ladies and gentlemen, A&B Convos Wrestling Edition is here in the building. I did see that B got, I don't know, she hurt her jaw, so she couldn't speak. She got hurt. Her jaw got hurt, so she can't speak. Sending you well wishes. Hopefully, we'll be able to hear her talk soon. But in the meantime, it's gonna be the A show all week. Gonna be the A show all week, ladies and gentlemen. But please go watch them, because they are the premier reaction channel here in the YouTube space. Who also here? Who also here? We also got Jody Bennett. Woo! What's good, Jody? I also see your goatness, Miss Lauren Biggs. I got former Super Chat champ JB Snackin', who, by the way, just said he will be the new World Super Chat Champion at WWE Clash in Paris. Well, JB Snackin', if you're gonna come take the title, this is the time to do it. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, brother. I'm not gonna lie. 3 Diggers is gone. 3 Diggers is gone, and he ain't coming back. I don't think he is. He'll probably pop up and be like, psych.
We love you, just Alyx folded hands YADDDAMEAN.
Yeah, I mean. Thank you. Thank you, A&B Combos. Really appreciate the love. Always gonna show you love back. Yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic about Kross too, but I don't know. I already said this, because you guys weren't here when I said it. But, actually no, I'm going to get into it again. We're going to get into it again. and I'll go over literally what I said.
Triple H switching the "We want Cross" chants for "We want Brock" chants was just another bit of the now infamous "Are you enjoying the show" bit.
Yeah, it just kind of feels like, I don't even want to say Triple H is out of touch. I just don't think he needs to listen to us. He probably thinks that I'm above you. I don't have to listen to you. I know what you want more than you want. It. This poor man. Speaking of former Super Chat champs, Ronwell Nagales, also in the His House. Good to have you here. Yo, Ronwell, will you be challenging for the world title at Clash in Paris? JB Snacking over here is saying, that title is mine. That boy pulled the Shane song. Your soul is mine. I don't know. Drew Usher might come for it. Remember, Corpse currently has the international title. So Drew Usher is free. JB Snacking. Ronwell Nagales. 2 Live Canyon. We might see the return of Franklin. Hey, it's Franklin. Hey. Come on, everybody. Hey, it's Franklin. I miss Franklin. Where he been? Hey, it's Franklin. Come on back, Franklin. How awesome would it be if Franklin Torres popped back up and said, mine! You're forever champion. Nah, Ronwell Nagales, don't do that. I'll say maybe. And then be like, nah, never mind. You trying to pull another Corp CA like he did with 3 Diglets? That will never not be funny. Corp CA is like, nah, I'm not gonna challenge you. And then 3 Diglets is like, all right, y'all, I'm gonna have my retirement speech. Thank you all so much. I'm out. And as soon as he walked out the door, boom, $500. Shit was great. I loved it. Ultimate storyline. Didn't work, though. Didn't work. Is that what you gonna do, Ronwell? You gonna come out of nowhere, drop 500 and win the title? Hilarious. So JB Snackin says he hopes Drew Usher shows up so he can whoop that candy ass. Well, we gonna see. 2 Live Cannon, good to have you here, sir. YouTube member Ben James. Taffy Liquor. That's funny. Chucky, Sivuawapi. Chucky Sivuawapi. Rappy. Not even close. Chucky, what's good, Chucky? I'm gonna just call you Chucky. JJ, who let the dogs out? Who? Here in His House, good to have you here. Shadow Star. Trey Lucado. Chris Yakakan. Interesting name. Dayton Romel, of course. Marco Valderrama. Valderrama. Ooh. Them boy rolling them R's. Hold on. Yeah, me. Nah, hold on. Yeah, mean. Close enough. That's as good as I'm getting. That's as good as it's getting. Sorry, y'all. I can't. I'm trying to roll my R's properly. That's as good as it's gonna get. Well, I can do a couple more. Joseph Winch, it's good to have you here, sir. I don't want to miss anybody. Let me scroll up a little bit. SD Kai, good to have you here. I think Aaron Teagle, there we go. Gotta scroll up a little bit more. Love 63. Interesting name. Nathaniel Crenshaw. Good to have you here, Mr. Nathaniel. And I'm gonna stop right there. All right. If I don't say your name, it's not because I hate you. I haven't even gotten to the main show yet. We still gotta get to the main show. But go ahead and get your donations in. Keep donating. And please be sure you like the video. Liking the video does help me out. And I appreciate y'all for being here. So let's talk about Karrion Kross. As I said at the beginning of the stream, Karrion Kross and Scarlett Bordeaux's contracts expired last night, August 10th.
Triple H proves to throw stars under the bus by saying Cena was the one who personally chose Brock to be part of his retirement tour when afterwards Cena said, "Whatever opponent management throws his way, he'll do his best."
Cena ain't taking that bullshit. No, Triple H. Don't put this on Cena. This on you. Maybe it was Cena. I don't know. You know he was trying to avoid the heat.
It's over 1,000. What's the reference? Smirk, 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 smirk.
Oh, that one's easy. My Hero Academia. Anyways. Dragon Ball Z. I know. Vegeta! Who here knows about DBZ Abridged? Team 4-Star. But Vegeta! Tricks are for kids. So good. Okay, I'm getting off topic. Karrion Kross. That's what I was saying. So, Karrion Kross, unfortunately, did not get a chance to resign because his contract expired. No word on if they offered him a new contract. Or they just essentially said, we're not going to renew it. No word on that. Nothing. Like, we knew with R-Truth that they were not going to resign him. We knew with, who else? Sonya Deville. Shotzi Blackheart. Right? They literally came out and said, we're not going to resign them. We're just going to let their contract expire, and then they can go somewhere else. They didn't say that with Karrion Kross or Scarlett Bordeaux, which is weird. I just want to say that. That's why there's a side of me that's like, they might be back. It's not going to be tomorrow, but they might be back. Right? Anyways, here's what we do know. They ain't coming back today. And they are currently on the alumni section of WWE.com. They gone. I did see Scarlett and Karrion Kross's documentary on their own YouTube channel, by the way. So, first off, great documentary. Well shot. Flowed very well. This made him look like the best person you could ever meet. Why are always the best people to meet the heels? No, for real. Think about this. The best people to meet in real life are the heels. The baby faces 9 times out of 10. Cody Rhodes is fucking amazing. John Cena's even better. But 9 times out of 10, the baby faces are assholes. I'm Austin. Rock. Hogan. Well, Hogan, I heard Hogan was awesome to kids. Just not great to adults. Anyways, Bayley, you know, they said Bayley during contract signings when she was a babyface was Sasha was Sasha Banks. Oh. Let's just say it. Sasha was rude to fans. To be fair, they were rude to her. But like, Victoria, oh my God, the sweetest. Victoria is Lisa Marie Varon. I don't know. Like, the best people to meet are the heels. Lita, I remember meeting Lita when she came to Comic Palooza, not Comic Con, Comic Palooza here in Houston. And she was kind of she was very standoffish, right? So I don't know. It's like baby faces are assholes in real life, and heels are like really, really nice. They're the sweetest people. I don't know why it's like that. Like the best heels are the most kindest people, unless you're Shawn Michaels, who's an asshole both ways, right? Triple H is really cool. Again, one of the best heels in the business. He's like really cool with fans, very cool with fans. Paul Heyman, Paul Heyman is the funnest personality to be around, outside the ring, of course. I don't know about Roman. I'm assuming he's cool because he's a fantastic heel. So I'm assuming he's really cool. That documentary really painted Karrion Kross out to be a really nice guy, and you get to hear him talk about wrestling, and his knowledge is vast, and you get to see his experience. And it's like, why did y'all let this guy go? What made you think this guy couldn't be valuable to you in terms of creative writing, on-screen character, in any way? I do not get why they let him go. I still don't get it. Which is why I'm on the fence about him being let go. I'm still kind of thinking they might bring him back. I don't know though. They might bring him back.
Oh, my chat friends, don't you be sour. And clap for your best resting podcaster of the YouTube world and feel the power.
Aw, thank you. Thank you, Noel. Jimenez. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's just weird to me. Like, you're seeing this guy talk, you're seeing how humble he is, and you're seeing how it hurts him that WWE isn't featuring him on a level where it's not like he wants to be champion. He just wants to be seen as someone important, right? And you're seeing him do these meetings with these fans, and you're hearing these fans go, look, we know that you're a bad guy on TV, but we want to see you win. We want to see you beat Sami, right? And they're piping in audio of, we want Kross chants. They piped in the audio of the fans chanting, we want Kross to Triple H. And Triple H was like, oh, you want Brock? You want Brock? I agree. I want Brock too. I said, that's cold. That's fucked up. That's messed up. The best part was at the end of the documentary where Kross was reading a letter from one of his fans, and to summarize it, the fan told Kross he's the reason why she's able to get through her day. He's the reason why she's able to wake up in the morning and keep going with her life. From a personal standpoint, I've been told that before. I've had people come up to me on separate platforms, not just here on, Just Alyx, the wrestling platform, but also on Raw Cognizance, my political platform. People have told me, you helped me get through my day. I watch your shows when I get depressed, and you help me keep going. That does something to you, especially for someone like me who has been there, right? Someone that has been to a point where he was just like, man, like, would this world be better off if I wasn't here? And to have someone tell you, you are part of the reason why I'm here, why I'm still here, that changes your entire perspective. Now you want to live, not just for you, but you want to live for them. You know what I mean? And so for Karrion Kross to get that, I know that did something to him.
Was this kayfabe with Naomi injury?
Oh, Naomi? We'll get into that, because that's a good question. I don't know. And I don't want to assume right now, because I don't have the details. So, I came out of this documentary with two things in mind. Number one, this guy is a creative genius. And whatever company he goes to, he needs to be on their creative team. Because the way he was talking about moments and how the matches aren't just about the moves, it's about the, it's everything that happens in between the moves, right? And he's absolutely right. You can do some of the greatest stuff inside the ring, but not really tell a story with it. But I personally feel like what Karrion Kross was talking about here really, really felt like, and this is just my personal opinion, it really did feel like he understood what made wrestling work more than anyone else did. He understood it. And it's sad. It's sad that they never really gave him a shot. Right? So that's number one. That's the first thing I think. It's just he's got to be in some type of a creative role wherever he goes. He might come out to WWE. But also, number two, and this is something else, he said in the documentary, and it was about, I forgot, it was like midway through. It was right after he talked about getting in trouble speaking to a little girl who just wanted to say hi to him, right? And people backstage said, don't do that, which is like, why? You're a heel. I'm like, you got Nia Jax doing TikToks with Tiffany Stratton and Naomi. Shut up. Shut up. Don't come at him with that bullshit. Don't come at nobody with that bullshit. You're a heel. You're not supposed to be. Shut up. Shut up. Look at all this stuff on social media with these bad guys hanging out with good guys. Don't try to protect kayfabe now. Anyways, let's get to what I wanted to get to. Karrion Kross spoke to Triple H, or spoke to whoever's in charge of contracts, in January. January! He spoke to them in January to negotiate re-signing. 6 months ago. They never got back to him. They never got back to him. That is crazy. A man that wanted to be there so much that he spoke to them 6 months ago. And they never got back to him. Apparently, one person talked to him, and he just kind of thought it was a nothing burger. It just goes to show me, they don't think he's all that good. They don't see the talent in him. And the only reason he would be brought back is because there's enough fan backlash of people going, we want Kross. Now, unfortunately, we didn't get that tonight. There wasn't a "We Want Kross" chant in Quebec, which is disappointing. I think there might be one on SmackDown, probably going forward. But yeah, we should get a "We Want Kross" chant. And that's sad. It's sad to me that Triple H didn't really see talent in him when he was one of the first people he brought back. Literally everybody that Triple H brought back in 2022, from Dakota Kai to Shotzi Blackheart to Top Dollar Nada and Ashanti the Adonis to AOP to, oh my god, so many others. All those people that he brought back except Johnny Gargano. That's the last one left. Johnny Gargano's the last one left. But outside of Johnny Gargano, all those people he brought back, gone. Gone. That's crazy. And so to me, the only way this man's going to come back is if there's enough backlash from the fans. But even then, hear me out when I say this. Would you still want him to come back? If from Friday until, I don't know, December, we get nothing but "We Want Kross" chants, would you still want him to come back? Look at what happened with R-Truth. R-Truth got released. They announced that he was getting released, right? Then they played it off as it was all part of the work. Sure. But they announced he was going to get released. Everybody lost their minds. Everybody. Oh, baby, do what you want to do. And let me color. Everybody lost their minds. Backstage, fans, personalities alike. Even I was like, what? Now, I was one of the people that thought it was going to be permanent, right? When he got released, I was like, yeah, that's it, y'all. He's 53 years old. There ain't going to be much happening with him. They're not going to make him a world champ. That's it, right? What I didn't expect is the massive backlash from that. Of people going, we want truth. We want truth. Every show since he got released, we want truth. We want truth. Made him. They forced their hands to bring him back. He came in, cut his hair, turned into a more serious babyface. I said, make him a world champ. Make him a world champ, right? What did they do with him? What they done with them? Nothing. He's back to being a goofball now. Since John Cena's back to being a babyface. So, what makes you think it will be any different with Karrion Kross? They bring him back. He'll get a shot at the world title just to appease fans. He'll probably end up fighting Cody Rhodes, right? And then he'll lose. Now what? He's right back to being a devil's advocate. The devil on your shoulder. Not getting TV time and losing matches. If Karrion Kross is not going to come back and win the world title, stay gone. What? If they're not going to bring him back, a man that Paul Heyman said, whose rise mirrored Stone Cold Steve Austin. If you're not going to bring him back to make him a world champ, let him go. Let him go. Nope. I'm not dealing with this. If you're not going to bring him back to be a world champion, let him go. Otherwise, bring him back, take him seriously, give him the world title. I'm serious. Give him the world title. Have him go in there and squash Cody. Because if he's not going to do it, don't bring him back.
Heyman put crossover. Does he join Rollins' eyes?
That'd be nice. But nah, man, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. Like, if you're not going to take him seriously, if you see him as just another jobber, as another guy on the roster that you can use to put people over and not give him the main event push that we all believe he deserves and he's earned, then no, don't bring him back. Don't bring him back. Let him go to AEW. Let him go to TNA. Let him go wherever he else. Let him go be Killer Kross somewhere and be pushed like a monster. I'm done. I'm done. Okay? Triple H has shown you that he doesn't care about these guys no more. He's different now. Triple H now is different. I used to think he had his finger on the pulse. I don't think he does. I think he does. Okay. I think he does. I don't think he cares. Based off of the product we're seeing. So, either he comes back to be a world champ or he doesn't come back at all. I'm serious. Don't bring him back unless you're going to make Karrion Kross a world champ. Period. End of story. But give me your thoughts about that. Monday Night Raw was... Hold on. Monday Night Raw. Got my Vince McMahon in there. Was live in Quebec. Sold out. Loud crowd. Great crowd. It's Canada, but still. Great crowd. They opened up the show with, "Look in my eyes. What do you see?" Is that LA Knight? Coming to see me. Yeah. LA Knight and CM Punk opened up the show. They both were like, "I want to fight Seth Rollins. I want to fight Seth Rollins. I want to fight Seth Rollins." Hey, that was hot. I want to fight Seth Rollins. I want to fight Seth Rollins. I want to. Hey, that was hot. That's hot. But yeah. Basically, I want to fight Seth Rollins. No, I want to fight him. Right? And then Paul Heyman came out with the bronze. And they said, neither one you can fight him, but you can fight this in the main event. Okay. But yeah, essentially that was their way of setting up. That was the way of setting up CM Punk and Braun Breaker. I almost said Brock Lesnar, but I caught myself. And then Bronson Reed, and then LA Knight. So let's get to the rest of the show here. Naomi apparently got injured. I have no idea what her injury is. They didn't announce it. They just said undisclosed injury. She's off TV. So I'm currently looking at Fightful Select. I see nothing. I see nothing about her being injured. So guess what that means? That means it's a work. Because if she was hurt, we would know by now. Like with Seth Rollins. I told y'all, like, when he got hurt at Saturday Night's main event, I was like, I see nothing about him being hurt. And then PWI came out and said, no, we think he's legit hurt, right? And I'm like, oh, all right. But then nothing from WWE. Because if Seth Rollins was hurt, you would know about it, right? Right? And so the same thing with this one. Like, Naomi is hurt. She's hurt. Okay. She's not medically cleared. That's different, right? She's not injured. She's just not medically cleared. And so I'm looking at Fightful Select like, all right, what happened to her? Nothing. Sean Ross Sapp has nothing. PWI has nothing. So until I get what happened to her, I just assumed they canceled the match because they didn't want to oversaturate the show and wanted to do something different. But I don't know. That's weird. Like, medically uncleared. No follow-up with that, by the way. But they changed her match against Iyo to a 1-on-1 match against Roxanne Perez, which was, again, a great match. We'll talk about it in a second. Speaking of great match, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee versus Dominic Mysterio and El Grande Americano. So, Dominic Mysterio needs to win that AAA World title. Mega World title. Right? He needs to win it. It better happen. Number one. But number two. Dom is way too over. Fans are not going to boo Dom. They're not going to boo him. Guy's way too charismatic. Way too likable. The more he cheats, the more he breaks the rules, the more people love him. Uh-oh. There's something about Dom, bro, that just makes him way too likable. He's too good. And you already know he's about to get with Roxanne. He about to clap them cheeks. Sorry. Who am I kidding? You know he about to.
Triple H used to push Karrion Kross to the moon in NXT with even defeating Keith Lee, but now couldn't even book him to beat a Sami Zayn.
I don't like that, bro. What happened? Why did he get so cold on Karrion all of a sudden? Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, you know Dom about to get with Roxanne. As soon as Roxanne gave him them nuggets and then was like, oh my God, is your shoulders tense? Here, let me help you out. And then Liv Morgan walked in and said, bitch, I know what you're trying to do. This is my game. You already know eventually Roxanne's going to get with Dom and then Liv's about to come back and go nuclear on that ass. But in the meantime, Judgment Day is boring as fuck and they need to split up. Like right now. I'm tired of him. I'm going to need Finn to turn on Dom and get the IC title. I'm going to need Dom to win the AAA World title. AAA Mega World title. I'm going to need Roxanne to get with Dom. I'm going to need Liv to come back and start the Revenge Tour. Part 2. Dos. So we can move on from the Judgment Day because I'm over it! But this tag match was great. AJ Styles, Dragon Lee versus Dominic Mysterio and El Grande Americano, Ludwig Kaiser. Anyways, this was great. Great back and forth, good chemistry. Again, like, Dominic Mysterio is coming into his own now, but I'm thinking Dom would probably be better off if he worked as a babyface who's doing heel tactics like his dad. You heard me right. His dad. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you think I was talking about Rey Mysterio? You poor unfortunate soul. You know who his real dad is. But yeah, Dominic Mysterio and El Grande won after Dominic came out with a luchador mask and he slipped in the metal rod into his mask and won that way. Like, Chad Gable's El Grande Americano gimmick has really taken on a life of his own. And I love it. I love that. So, yeah, they're gonna continue the Dom and AJ Styles feud somehow, some way. Cool. I think after this, it was Rusev and Sami Zayn, right? Yeah, Sami Zayn was taking on Rusev. And then Sami Zayn got attacked by the MFTs. That's the Timu bloodline. So is the co-winners group. I do not care. Can we not, for the love of God, do this? I do not care. I don't. No! Sami Zayn versus Solo for the US belt. Can we not? No. No, that's stupid. I hate it. Sheamus came out and attacked Rusev. This is missing something. I like their matches. Rusev and Sheamus is missing some meat. It's missing some meat. Meat. It's missing something. It doesn't have enough oomph. Spice. Feels dry. I see the potential in it, but it feels like it's missing something. Missing a little that thumb. That's just me though. They did a backstage segment with Iyo Sky. Roxanne was like, "Hey, can we have a tag team title shot?" And Adam Pearce was like, "But no, you can't have that. You can fight Iyo Sky." And that was about it. That's it. I think after this, what came after this? Oh yeah, freaking New Day came up to Adam Pearce. Oh God, it pisses me off that they dropped the ball on the New Day. They dropped the ball on the New Day, bro. What the? That's so disappointing. That is so disappointing. They dropped the ball on the New Day. Well, Penta's gonna fight Xavier Woods next week. Okay. Iyo Sky's walking out to have a match against Roxanne. She meets Kairi Sane and Asuka, and they're like, "Hey, do you need our help?" And Io's like, "No, I got it. Deuces." So she goes to the ring. They're having a great match. Her and Roxanne tear it up. Roxanne's so goddamn good. But Iyo Sky's one of the best wrestlers today. Period. Not just best female wrestlers. No. Best wrestlers. Period. Today. She had a great match with her. And I think towards the end, you could tell that the fans were like really getting into it. They're really buying into what they were giving us. Asuka and Kairi Sane come out to help Iyo Sky because they were trying to cheat. And they were holding Roxanne. And then Iyo goes to hit her. Roxanne gets out. She accidentally headbutts Kairi and Iyo. And then Roxanne rolls her up. Pins her 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Roxanne beat Iyo Sky. Dirty, but she beat Iyo Sky. After the match, as she leaves to celebrate, Iyo Sky goes backstage. And she's rightfully pissed at Kairi and Asuka. Like, I told y'all asses to stay in the back. You don't listen. Asuka snaps and pushes Iyo Sky. Just, huh! And then says something in Japanese. And Iyo Sky was like, "Bitch, what the fuck just happened?" Right? And Kairi's like, "Look, it is what it is." And then she walks away. And Kairi's like, Iyo is like, "What the fuck? What did that just happen?" Like, the look of shock on her face was like, it was so good. She sold that so well. The way she sold shock and awe, priceless expression. And I was like, whoa. Even I was like, oh, look. Hilarious though, hilarious. Becky Lynch took on Maxxine Dupri. All right. Maxxine Dupri got like 5 minutes with her, and then Becky beat her with the disarm her. And then afterwards, she attacked Natalya. Okay, hold up. No. Natalya, come to the front. Come to the front, Natalya, because I know you watch my podcast. Natalya follows me. Natalya, I see what you're doing on Bloodsport. You don't think I'm watching you on Bloodsport? I'm gonna need that Natalya. I'm gonna need that Natalya to show up. Give me that Natalya versus Becky Lynch. It's got to happen. It's got to happen. Screw all this noise about you being, Hart family, Hart dynasty. No. I want Bloodsport Natalya coming out to Metallica to whoop Becky Lynch's ass. Book it. Don't give me no Nikki, get your leg, but you can't. No. No one wants to touch that ass. Okay, that's a lie. Probably a lot of dudes in here and women don't want to touch that ass. But I don't want to touch that ass. Natalya is the one that should be fighting Becky. Bring out the MMA Natalya so we can whoop that candy ass. You gotta give me that MMA Natalya. You gotta give me her. One good time. Oh, it's so good. I love what she's doing on Bloodsport. It's so good. Like, give me that Becky Lynch versus Natalya match. Don't be giving me no Dynasty versus the Man match. Nah, I'm not for that. I'm not for that. And you not for that. But what I am for is this Bayley. Oh, this Bayley vignette. Okay. Bayley's sitting backstage. She's being filmed. She's talking about how she doesn't know where she's going right now. And how the role model gimmick came together very naturally. But she's here by herself. And she feels all of this has gotten her nowhere. At the end, there's some camera gimmick where the frame warps, right? And Bayley starts doing the woo-saw, right? And she was like, And then the camera fades to black. It just cuts off, actually. And then you hear the distorted Joker laugh that she did when she was a heel. And you're like, oh, fuck. That was my reaction. I'm like, uh-oh, that crash out is coming. And then immediately you go to Lyra, who's like in tears. And she's like, I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything. It's not my fault. Bayley did this to herself. It's not my fault. And then she walks away. And I'm like, okay, WWE, and I said this before. If you think we're going to cheer for Lyra after that promo, when she sounded so disingenuous, no, sir, it's not going to work. I am never going to boo Bayley ever again. I don't give a fuck. This woman has way too much sympathy. And you're going to turn her heel? And you think turning her heel is going to make me dislike her. I promise you, it's going to be just like Naomi. When they turned Naomi heel to get over Jade Cargill, guess who got over? Naomi, not Jade. I called that. I said, all right, y'all want to push Jade. You know Naomi's going to get over, right? Guess who was right? Boom. Same thing's going to happen. You want to get Lyra over. This ain't it. Bayley's going to turn babyface. Again, like another babyface turn, but even better. When she crashes out. And Lyra's going to be the de facto heel. And you know Triple H and WWE Creative and the ops and the execs, you know they love Lyra. You know they love her. You know they want to push her because of her potential. She has massive potential. No one's going to deny that. But Jesus fucking Christ, she can't cut a promo to save her life. She doesn't know what the character is. What is her character? Kaka? I saw a Poogie Tat? Big Bird? She's a Raven. That's her Garrett. She not Raven from Teen Titans. Teen Titans. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Nah, just a bird girl. Bird woman. Not even a good bird woman like Hawk Girl. Nah, JJ Bulldog said, na na na, la la la. He said she from Sesame Street. Na 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 na, Sesame Street, bird lady. Don't do that now. JJ Bulldog, la la la. That's funny. All right, I'll stop bullying Lyra. When she learns how to cut a goddamn promo. Lyra, pick up a mic and say words that are compelling. Can you do that? No! Lyra. That's why Bayley about to whip that ass.
Lyra might as well be one of those stars backstage that would have watched the TV screen sideways at an angle that's so obvious, like how Big E was watching the screen backstage in that one segment.
It was so bad, but nah, like, again, like, I see a direction. You could tell they really, really want Bayley to be the heel of this feud, but it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work, man. Bayley's not gonna be the heel of the group. Bayley is literally probably gonna end up being the babyface by default. Before we get to the main event, of course, we see Stephanie Baka run into Iyo Sky and let her know, hey, I'm gonna get my women's world title match because Naomi might be out. And then Rhea Ripley came up afterwards and said, hey, Iyo, get new friends. You can't trust them hoes. She literally said that. I promise. She literally said, you can't trust them hoes. She didn't say that. Probably should have, though. Would have been hilarious. Io's like, them my hoes. Leave my hoes alone. Stay out of it. Main event, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, CM Punk, LA Knight, was interrupted by Seth Rollins. Shocker. Match was good, though. Just interference in the main event. Saw it coming. And then Adam Pearce came out and said, well, since you want to interrupt Seth Rollins, guess what's happening at Clash? You versus LA Knight, yeah, versus CM Punk versus 4 letters, 1 word. Yeet. Jey Uso. And then the show ends with Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, and Seth Rollins beating the piss out of him. Braun Breaker and this Shula Fala gimmick. What's going on with the Shula Fala, bro? It's ridiculous. It's super ridiculous and hard not to like, honestly. I like it because it's ridiculous. That's just me. But, yeah, I overall, I don't know. Like, it's weird. WWE's in a weird spot right now. Like, from a storytelling perspective, ain't a lot happening. But the in-ring action is good. Like, tonight, the in-ring action was good to great. Right? But in terms of, like, any sizzle to this meat, it's not a lot there. So, it was decent. It was a decent episode. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't fantastic. It was decent. So, C+. If I was to give a number to it, 6.5. 6.5. Maybe 7 if I'm being generous. So a passing grade. How about that? But that's just me. You guys now have the floor. You talk to me. You tell me now. How we feeling about it? How we feeling? Where are your scores? Where are your grades? What are you giving this show? Game Shot gives it a 6.5. So a C+. Yeah, 6.5 out of 10. Joe Arredondo gives it a 7 out of 10. Marco gave it a 5. JJ also gives it a 6.5 out of 10. Dark Angel gives it a 6.5. Really? Wow. Trey Lucado gives it an 8 out of 10. Okay, he liked the show. All right. He says it was good. Okay.
Did you see the Roman meme of the next time he returns he's wearing flip-flops?
I'll laugh my ass off if he comes barefoot. I hope he comes out barefoot, but flip-flops would be great. He can't still eat more shoes if he ain't got none on. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Yeah, Raw was alright. I agree, Firestar Heart. Wait. Firestar Heart said it was alright, but you're giving it an 8? My dude, that's a little high. If you thought it was alright. A&B Combo says, show wasn't bad. Wouldn't say DVR worthy. 7 is fair. Yeah, like 6.5, 7. That feels about right. Hey, A&B Combo, surreal. B, I hope you get better. I hope you're feeling better, B. Lauren Biggs, Karen Kishi put his letter away after seeing Jay's shoes. Didn't get jacked. LOL. Yeah, Roman should come out looking like Matt Riddle with the flip-flops. Ah, man. I feel bad that Matt Riddle didn't work out. The only thing is that Seth is obsessed with CM Punk and making sure he never wins a world title. Raven is Guardian of Amberlin. Amberlin? Guardian of Amberlin? That's interesting. Let me see here. Matt Riddle and Randy Orton was a great tag team. Oh man, they never scratched the surface. They barely scratched the surface with that tag team. I agree. Thoughts on Asuka going heel? Ooh, we'll see. I'm compelled. The idea of Asuka going heel makes me very happy. And we can do Asuka versus Iyo Sky. Ooh! Asuka versus Iyo Sky? With Iyo as the babyface? I'm there. I'm there. All day. Every day. All day, every day. Yeah, Dominic Mysterio needs to go ahead and win that AAA Mega World title. He needs to go ahead and win that. No offense to El Hijo del Vikingo. Everybody, come on. El Hijo del Vikingo. That theme song is boss. Raven is our kitty cat, and Emerald Dawn is our daughter. Oh, nice. Raven is a guardian of Amberlin. Oh, okay. Ron Well Nagala says 6 out of 10 is how he feels about Raw. Yeah. Yeah. Storyline wise, it's not that great. Make Asuka go full Kana. I'm there. I'm there. I don't think Kairi Sane's gonna go heel. I think Kairi's gonna. She's in the middle right now. I think they're gonna split off, and I think Kairi's gonna be a babyface, as she should. El Hijo del Vikingo is definitely mid-card champion material. Oh, perfect for the mid-cards. Perfect for the mid-cards. Sean Swaby says it's been the same ending for the same. It's been the same ending 3 weeks in a row. Yeah, I agree. How is Apollo Crews still in the roster? You gonna get rid of Karrion Kross, but keep Apollo Crews? Someone make it make sense. Make it make sense, because I don't get it. Game Shuck, if you want to make Finn Balor serious, give him his real rock and roller gimmick from New Japan Pro Wrestling and have him beat Dom for the IC title. We need the gimmick. We need the demon back, bro. Bring the demon back. I miss the demon. Finn was different when he was a demon, bro. Lauren Biggs, Apollo Crews is the carrying world champ. He can't be released. Well, someone needs to beat him for it. Akira Tozawa. Nah, that's crazy. Like, how you gonna release Karrion Kross but keep Apollo Crews? Fuck out of here. All right, y'all, let me get out of here. It is late. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do all the YouTube things, like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash, and Venmo. I will see you Friday, where the Super Chat, yes, the International Super Chat title will be on the line. Who's going to come to take the belt from Corp CA? We shall find out. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time right here and now. This is what a place that is, was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans. Thank you. Peace. When you're
na!